At the beginning, you want to be the best in your house. Then you want to be the best in your street, where you live. Then the best in your town, and then the best in your district, and the best in your,
For me, I just wanted to show for my partners, for my manager. Arsene the boss. I wanted, and for the fans as well, I wanted to show I could play for Arsenal and I could do some really good things for them.
I had to fight also at the beginning to make people understand that a striker doesn't have to be in the box to score goals. People were like, I said it so many times, people were like, what is he doing on the left? What is he doing on the right?
What the hell are you doing? Striker scores goals in the box! And what the hell are you doing with your socks over your knees? You look like a ballet dancer. I'm like, oh my. How am I going to make people understand the player that I am? I'm not Alan Shearer. I needed to show people who I was, how I was, what type of player I was. And from time to time, you work on what you're not, but I'm never going to show people my weaknesses. I'm going to bring you on my field. You understand what I mean? That's a sign of intelligence, but you have to battle Pires, you have to battle your fans, you have to battle the guy that was before, you have to battle being compared to the great Alan Shearer. You have to everything. I need to make you see what I see and understand what I could understood when I was on the field, and I could have understood what I was on the field. I just, when I feel like I make someone understand something, whether it's on the field or outside of the field, it's like a massive joy for me.
It took time for people to understand that my game was different. It took time for people to understand that you don't have to be in the box to score a goal. It helps, obviously, but you don't have to. It's not a must. There are no rules that say a striker has to be in the box. What he has the right to do is to make his team score, because at the end of the day, it's not he has to score. The team has to score. Like, we have to score. I don't have to score. So I did fight against that for a very long time, and at one point people started to recognize that about my game. Throughout my career, you can always talk about the accolades and achievements and whatever, or what I didn't win or what I didn't do too, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, I stayed true to what I believed in. Because when I arrived in England, I said to myself, I'm gonna be myself.
Just be you, don't try to be someone else. Ask yourself the right question.
I was trying to be a complete striker. At times it didn't work, like I said to you, but for me it's important to give a ball, to give a goal. It is as important than to score one. All I wanted to do every time is go out there and help my teammates. We were helping each other.
A great player, they will make the team shine.
And that was for me also important. Not only scoring goals, but trying to share also the glory with others. You could see me smile more when I was giving a goal than when I was scoring. Because the sharing thing, it's an important thing, especially in a collective sport. If you share, you can reach people, and whoever you are, you need to be vulnerable and have empathy. Those are my two things. Once you show that to your team, they will die for you. Because they know you're not perfect. Then they can understand maybe the message after that. But those two things are for me now very important. And before the same, I used to think about trophies and this and that. And yes, don't get me wrong, but the most important thing for me is how you transcend people and what you transmit. When people feel that, no matter what, whether you were a winner or loser or whatever, but they understand emotions. Unofficially, when you win, you did something great as a team, because if you don't play as a team throughout the whole season, you'll never win anything. It's kind of weird to say what I'm about to say, having said that I learned way more about myself and about my team in losses.
Try to, in a negative, to stay positive.
I made one mistake, no problem. You look, yeah, I'm staying on that field. When you have that confidence, that's when you go above and beyond. As a creative player, if you don't try to make mistakes, then therefore you cannot succeed. I can see the national team, it feels like I can make mistakes, right? So therefore, out of 20 mistakes, if you succeed 2 times, it's a goal and an assist. People forget your mistakes. It's a matter of who you are and what you want to do, and having the confidence
of expressing yourself. And it goes to what I said before, and I know it sounds stupid and everything, but don't be scared to make mistakes. So that's what stops a lot of players. If you don't try to make mistakes, that you'll never succeed. And like, I will give you the goal against Man United. So many times people said, why did you do that?
I'm all about instinct. I felt like doing this and it went in. It was like my garden. You can go all over the world, but the love that I had in that place and the understanding with the fans and everybody else at the stadium or whoever was working for Arsenal will never disappear. Because I do think somebody one day will come and erase my name from the top of the list. But I will always stay as the guy who scored the most goals at Highbury. If you perform, people love you. If you don't, well, it was nice,
You cannot fool a fan. You cannot fool your crowd. They know if you're really into it, and they will know so if you're not really into it. It was all about passion. It was all about playing 100% for my club. I think also a relationship with like kind of a brother thing relationship. Sometimes your brother can be annoying sometimes also. But at the end of the day, you gotta love your brother. And he's still your brother. Maybe sometimes it wasn't good enough. But I always try to give 100%. Being able to look at my teammates into their eyes after the game, that was the most important thing for me. There's nothing more difficult to take when you're going back into the dressing room and you can't put your head up to deal with. But I just wanted to push myself. And as I said so many times, when you kind of reach a point when you don't love pain anymore, because so many times I was going to train, then I was in pain. So many games I played for Arsenal Football Club, being in pain, but I love it. I love it, and I loved every minute of that pain. That's what you need to go through if you want to see who you really are.